Okay, yes, we are live now. Great. I'm so happy to speak to you people that want to grow and expand, become the best version of yourself. That's why you're here. I'm Mille. I will today talk a little bit about my background. Very few people know so much about it. I didn't want to talk about it earlier, but I feel it's fine now. It's good to share it. It's good to share it. Because I'm talking, not because of myself, I want to share it. It's not important, but it's important for you how you can turn around and grow and come back and go strong. That's why I'm sharing this. We are now streaming on 7 platform channels, my 7 channels. So wherever you are, welcome in. Drop a text, a comment, where you're from, what you're doing, just so I know who's online, so I can share and understand. Thank you. So I will first go back to 1964 when my parents decided to cross the iron wall of ex-Yugoslavia, getting over to Italy, and then it was totally legal and very hard controlled on that border. After third time, they managed to pass through, and my dad and mom had a bag. My mom was 19, my dad was 28, and in that bag was literally only 2 plates, 2 forks, and a cut hole in the corner where so my sister was just newly born, and so she could come in, yeah, in a safe way. They managed that, came to Sweden, and why I'm sharing that is that outside feeling of not being a part of a society. And when it gets extremely clear, when one grows up, as I was bullied in school for a few years, and when I tried to get in Sweden, we always take those summer jobs to have some money, and it's like a part of how we live and how we do things. I didn't get any. I tried on 14 companies, and as I was a foreigner or immigrant, I wasn't really welcome. And I want to share a little bit deeper about the bullied story because that was meaning quite a lot for me in the way that when you, and think of this is important for you, when you start to come to a peak point and you say, enough is enough, and you make that decision that now it's enough, that firm decision in you changes things totally. And I remember very well when this guy, 1.5 times bigger than me, wasn't athletic at all. I had my little belly, and let's see. It looks like my video is frozen. Let's try it again. Yeah, looks good now. And he was sitting over me and hitting me. My teacher passed by, didn't care, and then I got this change in myself, that decision we talked about, the decision with a big D, enough is enough. I took this guy, threw him something like a couple of meters away, and I don't know how I could do that. And that was that force, that comes from deep inside of you, and it's not you. You get that help from the universe. And I tell you, from that point, nobody touched me anymore. Because I was aligned inside. This is not what I want anymore. So from that point, I really felt that I started to look for what actually happened in there. What happened in front of that school classroom? And I started a journey when I was 15 of search of what is a way how we can lift ourselves much more than we believe. And I grabbed a book in 1985 from Wayne Dyer, The Sky is the Limit. The sky is the limit. And I'm adding this one, can't keep away from it, because that is why my Facebook group, my exclusive Facebook group where I share much more details, is called Sky is the Limit. And when I got that book in my hand, I start reading that inside yourself you have much more than you ever believe. Inside yourself you have a force that is so much bigger than what your mind can think of. And you really can open up and get that out. And that was my first understanding, that we have an enormous potential. You have an enormous potential inside you. And we need to start to get in and dig deeper and deeper and deeper into it, because that is why we're here, to take away all that rubbish that is in front of us, hindering us to be who we are. And I was lucky. I was extremely lucky to find a mentor. I had a mentor already very, very early. For 5 years, went to her twice a week and with other treatments. So I think at least 3 times a week we were on something to move us forward. And that is really, really thank you, Alexandra. Thanks for coming. I love it. However, I will share that later with you. So that what I really suggest everybody is study yourself, learn yourself, so you really see and get closer and deeper into yourself, so you really can start growing. When you start growing from inside, that's when things happen. And I know we are impatient sometimes, because if this is the surface and there's a small little seed planted, it takes some time for it to grow. We don't see it from above, but when it starts coming, and finally, ooh, comes up, and then suddenly it becomes a tree or whatever, and you can start harvesting. But it takes time for it to come up, and the more we don't believe that it will come, then it goes back again. And we stop believing, and we feeding it, we giving it water, and then it, oh no, I'm not worth it. So that is really what I want to share with you, that you can turn around any situation. And I don't want that you need to do that in a slow way as I did it. I studied so much. So I want that you manage to turn around by learning yourself and learning your inner self-image. That image is the one that really brings you up to the surface of who you are. So take with you two things. One is dare to believe your inner potential. You can turn around any situation. I will talk about a few other situations later in the week where I will give the teaching together with it. You can turn around any situation. Study yourself and take your time to do it with a mentor that sees the potential, because the mentor has only one purpose, is to see the big potential you have in you and show it to you. So I leave you with those two seeds, and I look forward to see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And I wish you a lovely evening and morning, afternoon, wherever you are. You're very welcome. This is Mille Monferin. Thank you very much. And grow like a spring bird. Thank you.